Bertha Faye.
Right.
I'm sure you've got stories about that as well. Any memories you can share about her?
Well, I got to be honest with you, and I hate to sound like an awful person because I'm not an awful person. And God bless her. She took herself out, and very sad that she had that kind of demons. But we never got along. We never got along. We didn't really like each other. We did business together, but she was a very hard person to deal with. And if she was still here with us, she might say the same thing about me, although I've never heard that from anybody else. So, you can make up your own mind on that. But, I think it would be revisionist history for me to sit here and lie like a lot of people do when somebody dies. Oh, they were great. I love them. Well, I can't say that. I'm not going to put her down, but I can honestly say that I'd be a hypocrite if I sat here and said that we were really close or whatever, because it was actually the opposite.
Well, okay. I understand that, and it's admirable of you too to not go with the norm and say, oh, she was a perfect person, and not really feel that way.
Oh, I know. I'm so sick of all the people that are just with this phony crap. I mean, I'll see people with these fake hugs when they see you in the hallway at the arena. You just seen this person last week. You're not even really good friends with them. Why are they hugging you?
Exactly.
Oh God, it drives me nuts. The hypocrisy and the I hate people like that.
Exactly.
I can't stand it. The insincerity and the phoniness and the fake. When somebody smiles at you and their top row of teeth and the bottom row of teeth are touching, it's fake. Nobody smiles like that. So I always bear that in mind, especially if you ever meet Joni Lauer.
Well, I'm going to write that down. We'll be remiss if we didn't mention this angle that saw you becoming the WWF Women's Champion. You brought this up as one of your accomplishments. I mean, it is a title, be it what it may, and you're going down in history as the first male to win this title. That was an interesting angle, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you, without getting too much into detail so I don't get myself in trouble, but
right.
It wasn't done exactly the way I would have liked it to. Of course, I mentioned that in the book, so maybe we can
we'll plug it.
Look into that a little bit. But I mean, it wasn't done exactly the way I would have liked it to. But the result, came that I am in the history books. I am an asterisk like Barry Bonds, but still, I'm there.
You're there like Barry Bonds.
I'm not going to be indicted.
So. That's going to be one of my questions down the line there.
Okay.
You a number of hats in the WWE promotion. Currently road agent.
Right.
How are you liking this role?
Oh, it's fantastic. I really, it's a challenge every day because, whatever's needed at the pay-per-view or at SmackDown, Raw, ECW, or Superstars Wrestling, whatever program it may be, a lot of people rely on me to take care of things, whether it's a major thing or just a minor thing. Take care of a rent-a-car situation, hotel situation, directions, getting suitcases situated, whatever. I just, from A to Z. I don't deal with the actual matches themselves. I'm basically a detail man. I'm glad to do it. I consider it a privilege, and it's a challenge, but so far I've been pretty good at it.
Absolutely. In your opinion, who's the next up-and-coming superstar, whether in WWE or outside in any of these other promotions?
Okay, now in the WWE, and you can quote me on this anytime, I feel Dolph Ziggler is going to be huge. I really feel in my heart that he's going to be the next John Cena or the next Shawn Michaels or the next Triple H or, you name it. I see big things for him. You
writing this down, Dave?
I am. And then outside of the WWE, there's a couple guys in New Experience Wrestling that I think have a lot of potential to go a long way, which would be Kid Nichols, Eric 3G Wayne, Matt Justice, and Greg King. Those are four guys that I think one day you're going to hear their name. If not all of them, some of them, or at least one of them, or you're going to hear, doing something big one of these days. I feel those are some unknown names, basically, other than out of our local area. But one day you're going to see those guys being in the national or worldwide spotlight, I feel.
Okay, we wrote it down.
Great.
Andrew Martin, our test.
Right.
He had a stint in the WWE. What are your fondest memories of him?
Well, I can tell you honestly that he was a great guy. I always liked him, never had one problem with him, and we always stayed in touch. Every blue moon, he'd just call me up out of the blue, or I'd call him. We just, BS, about nothing in particular, and I really liked him. He was a super guy, a friendly guy, and I have nothing but respect and good memories of him, good things to say about him, and it broke my heart to hear what happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't presume to have any, knowledge of how or why it happened, but I can just say that God bless him, and he's a really good guy. Really, really good guy.
Yeah, I've heard a number of same remarks from people in the industry talking about Test, and it's pretty believable.
Absolutely, and that's very sad. I just only wish I had have called him. I hadn't talked to him, in the last couple of months, and I wished I had have now in retrospect. But how would you know something like this?
Absolutely, 33 years old.
Right.
You're listening to OWW Radio. We're talking to Bruno Lauer, a.k.a. Harvey Whippleman, everybody. We talked a little bit about this, the WWE Hall of Fame. Do you think one day you will see your name right along names like Bobby the Brain Heenan as one of the greatest managers in the industry?
One never knows. Once again, I wouldn't be that presumptuous to say that. It would be quite an honor to be considered by my peers and superiors. But who can say? I mean, who can say? That's something I wouldn't even venture a guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You, as well as Fink, are two of my favorites in the business, man. You guys really show a love for the business, and it really shows to me and as well as others that I have personally talked to. You and Fink, you guys good friends?
Oh, very good friends. Howard Finkel, to me, is one of the greatest friends I've got in the business, and super, super guy. And any accolades he gets, any awards, any trophies, any honors he gets, he deserves them. And he's undoubtedly the greatest ring announcer I've ever heard in my 30 years in the business. And there's been, quite a few really good ones, but he is definitely at the top of the list.
Okay. Well, without getting yourself in trouble or anything with the company, why don't they use him more instead of some of the younger guys ring announcing? Well,
I have to tell you, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know anything officially, but I would say he's such a valuable member of the WWE in the office. He's got so much knowledge and so much responsibility in the office, in the WWE towers. I think he's practically, if not definitely, irreplaceable there, and I think that's why he's not on the road as much as a lot of people would like to see him.
Okay. Well, WrestleMania 25 is coming up in a few short weeks in Houston, Texas. No doubt you're going to be there. Any plans at WrestleMania with you being on set?
I highly doubt it. I think I'll be just doing my normal job, whether it's WrestleMania or just a normal day at Raw or SmackDown, ECW. I don't think it'll be, other than quite naturally on the largest scale of them all, as they say, my job will basically be the same. Okay. Well, man, I want to thank you so much for coming on OWW Radio. Dave, anything you want to add? I know I'm going to make a push. I don't know if I can, if I have any word in this, but I want to see you in the Hall of Fame, man. Well, I appreciate that. Well, if you make the push, I'll certainly accept it. And I want to thank you for saying that. It means a lot to me. And if you don't mind me shilling something right quick,
go
I'd
for
like
it.
to tell everybody to please go to crowbarpress.com, and you can pick up a copy of my book, Wrestling with the Truth, that I really go into depth about a lot of these things we've discussed here today on this fantastic show. And I would encourage and appreciate anybody to, like I said, go on crowbarpress.com. They can order through PayPal, and I think they'll really enjoy it. Crowbarpress.com for the Harvey Whippleman book, crowbarpress.com, and we will definitely link it on onlineworldofwrestling.com. Harvey Whippleman joining us here on OWW Radio. There he goes. Thanks, Harvey, for coming on. Thank you for having me, and y'all take care.
OWW Radio.